Let's be honest, working with SharePoint and Microsoft Lists, well, it can feel like you need a week-long training course before you even get started right. And that's the thing, lists in SharePoint can feel really tricky. But what if it was all going to change with a new introduction of AI and Copilot capabilities? Yes, what if we could create a list just by asking the question or a prompt, and add new columns by doing the same, and even add reminders and conditional formatting just by again asking the question or prompt? That would feel like something out of dreamland only a couple of years ago, but now it's becoming a reality. And today I'm going to show you how we can achieve that with these brand new capabilities. But before we do dive in, I would also note that these capabilities are in public preview. That means you're probably unlikely to see them in your own environment today. But not to worry, by seeing these capabilities and understanding how they work today, you'll get a glimpse of what's coming and how soon you'll be able to use these capabilities to work with lists in a way that you never thought possible, and also prevent you needing that week-long training course too. So with that, let's dive into lists and find these new AI capabilities and see how they all come together. So let's get started and build a list, and then also make some changes to it with the help of AI in SharePoint. What we're going to start off is with an agent. We can access that directly through the Copilot app in Microsoft 365 Copilot. On the left hand side, we'll select all agents, and then we'll open the SharePoint list agent. Now we're going to get started with the list agent is I'm going to use it to create a brand new list for us in a SharePoint site that tracks invoices for one of our projects. Now if I didn't know SharePoint and SharePoint lists, well, that could be quite tricky for me to do, and it could take me well over an hour or even more to build a list, and it may not even work very well. But with a list agent, it can do it for us in a matter of minutes. To achieve that, I'm going to go ahead and pass a prompt over to the list agent. That prompt is to create a new list to track project invoices, and I also specify the columns. Now if you don't do that, the list agent can insert them for you, but you already have a structure, why not share it with it to also make sure the list works for you first time. So with that, we'll pass it over to the list agent. Now what the list agent now does is it reviews the schema or the structure of the list, and think of a SharePoint list much like a table. If we scroll down, it identifies the columns that are needed and also provides some draft table data, which is sample data allowing us to see the list in action. I'll leave those in, of course, to make sure that we can also use and work with the list straight when it's created. We can then see it asks us a couple of questions. Does it meet the requirements, and where should it be created? Well, I'm just going to effectively ask the agent to create the list as shown, but I'm not specifying yet where to go ahead and create the list itself. Now what the list agent will do is confirm that instruction and lets me know where I want to create the new list. I could store it in my OneDrive, which effectively is under My Lists, but I can also store it in a SharePoint site, which is also connected to a Microsoft team. Here is Project Greenspace, and I need this invoice tracker, which is relevant to the project itself. Let's go ahead, left click Project Greenspace and select Confirm, and the list agent gets to work. Will now build the list for us, which will take a minute or two to do. And the list has now been created. We can see that here in the agent. I can left click the project invoice tracker and it heads open to our SharePoint site and opens up the new Microsoft list. And there we go. The list has been created. All the columns as well and conditional formatting has also been applied into some of these different choice values. If we also double click into the list item itself, which effectively is a row in SharePoint lists, we can left click into it and we see these aren't just text values. In fact, it's a choice column allowing us to make the changes with these different formatting also applied. So what we can actually see is the agent has created a pretty useful list. And yes, we could highlight all of these rows and delete them, but actually for us today, give us a great way to work with our list and to see it in action. But a pretty powerful list has been created in just a couple of minutes with the help of the agent. So now we're going to go and change gears. We're no longer going to use the list agent inside of Copilot, and instead we're going to pass the baton over to SharePoint's AI capability, which is shown here in the AI actions in the list itself. You'll see by left clicking it, it identifies this as a SharePoint or a Microsoft list and gives us a few options we can use within the list itself. Let's go ahead and let's edit list, because actually I've missed a column. I needed a column to be also able to track the account executive that's also handling this from an invoice perspective. So here I'm going to ask to add a column for the account executive, which is a people picker field. Effectively, it allows us to click someone in the organization directly through the row itself. Go ahead, send that over now to the AI capability in SharePoint, and it gets to work. It will now add in a new column for us to track the account executive without us going anywhere near those list settings or needing to do it ourselves. And there we go. The account executive is now shown in the list. Double clicking into one of these items, we can scroll down and I'll simply add in my own account name, and we'll see it's also a people picker column too. With that, we'll see my names associated to this invoice, and as simple as that, we now added a column to our list without going anywhere near the settings. But also, what about the readability of the list? I actually think it's pretty good at the moment, but actually for us, it's a good way to see what else this AI capability in SharePoint can do for us. So this time, I'm going to go ahead, left click into the AI actions again, and select Enhance Readability. It adds in a prompt to format this list to make it easier to scan both rows and columns based on the importance and type of information. We wouldn't say it's relevant to the importance, I actually say based on the invoice status, and that's really important to us. And I could also break it down as well further. But passing this over now, again to the AI capability, begins to think through the problem and will now apply conditional formatting and other changes directly to the list. Let's give it a few minutes and see what it comes up with. And with that, the formatting has now been adjusted. In fact, it's a lot more colourful. We can see here it's applied different conditional formatting to the rows. It's added different icons to invoice category, icons to payment settled as well, and also made changes to some of the additional priority levels as well, given the color-coded icon. And it's done that using scripting and conditional formatting built into SharePoint and lists as well. But that also removes the complexity. I asked it to do that job and it did it in a couple of minutes. On the right hand side, we also can see why it's applied those. Overdue is soft red, pending is soft yellow, in progress soft blue, settled soft green, and the other column level formatting it's applied to. So once again, the AI capabilities in SharePoint can now apply that level of conditional formatting in a couple of minutes to give us a at-a-glance view of what invoices are due and also overdue for both me and the team to also take action on. Now, just before we carry on, it's also important to note that yes, we won't need week-long training courses anymore to learn how to use Microsoft Lists. But instead, we do need to understand how to use AI and Copilot capabilities to get the most from those experiences, just like we're seeing today. And that's where we come in here at Your 365 Coach. Because if you're struggling with Copilot and Microsoft 365, why not reach out to us and find out how we can help you and your team on your journey and get the most from AI and Copilot too, as well as the wider Microsoft 365 experiences. You'll find all the information you need linked below to get in contact with us, and we look forward to helping you on your journey. Now let's get back into lists and continue to find out how the new AI capabilities come together and improve the way that we can work. But something we also need to do in SharePoint is set up reminders or alerts when things are also due. Can also this capability help us out? Well, absolutely it can. By selecting AI actions, we can set up automations directly in the list itself. And I'll go ahead and ask it to set up a due date reminder when the due date is today and send the reminder to me. Again, passing this over now to our AI capability in the list, well, it begins to create a SharePoint rule that we'd have to usually do manually. And there we go, the rule has now been created. It explains here that the due date reminder rule has been created in the list. It is triggered one day before the due date. An email is sent to me with a message which is currently now been set to active or enabled. By selecting edit in the rules, it now takes us to the rules on the SharePoint or Microsoft list itself, and we'll see it visibly one day before due date, send an email to Scott Brant and in the detail behind it. So there you go. We can now also set up rules with the help of the AI capability in SharePoint, taking all of that additional work away from us when creating these type of rules to be alerted when things change. And now let's make a change to the views on this list. We can see all items is currently showing all lists items. If I selected Add View, I can manually set up a view, but it's prone to error and can take time. So instead, in the AI capability, we can go ahead and select a prompt here to add a view to show all invoices which are all overdue and sort by due date. Passing this over, it now gets to work to create us a new list view. Again, we'll give it a couple of minutes, it'll work through it, and we'll see what comes back in our view. And the view has now been created. We can see all of the items here are now shown only when overdue. On the right hand side, it also confirms this is a preview and how it's been filtered. And if we're happy, we can select keep it, and now it'll be saved in the list itself. Next to all items, we'll see in a moment a new view will be created, which can now also be used for overdue invoices too. But also there's a big change. We can now work with the AI capability to find information held in a SharePoint list. For many years, we simply couldn't do this with Copilot capability. An example is here. I've asked it to identify all invoices which are marked as in progress. It finds one single invoice, which is shown here inside of the list, and then we can see it right in the sidebar experience. So now we can use this AI capability to find information and ask questions of our data straight from a Microsoft or SharePoint list, which we couldn't do before. And finally, we now have that capability. So with that, our list is ready to go. We have our views, we have our data, we also have our structure created all in a matter of minutes with no need to understand the inner workings of Microsoft Lists or SharePoint. So what do you think of these new changes coming into lists with AI capabilities? For me, I find them really positive because I felt lists for some time is not very accessible. To get started with lists, you need to know columns and column types and required columns and list items, and a list literally goes on. But with these new changes, well, it means we can simply ask a question of AI and Copilot to create us a list. It does all the work, creates all the columns, adds in the views, adds in the reminders, even makes it look more pretty for us with conditional formatting. Now, all of that is possible by simply asking questions in human language. And for me, well, that makes lists more accessible to us all, and that's a really good thing. But I would also note there's also one requirement that this new capability does need. That is Anthropic or Claude models. Now, this is a pretty complicated topic, but simply in the EU and UK, these models are not enabled by default. They have to be turned on optionally due to some data privacy requirements. But things hopefully will change, and when this comes in out of public preview, maybe those models are available to us. At least we could hope anyway by default. Because last time, as I mentioned on the channel, Claude and Anthropic models are becoming more of a requirement than an optional experience. So I do hope Microsoft recognise that and improve things in the future. So when tools like this come out of public preview, they're available to us all. But with that, that takes us now to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button to let me know, or just comment below. As well as that, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Find tutorials just like this one. They're going to help you every single day with the tools you already have. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.